Temporarily blocking the Trump administration from deporting a group of Venezuelan migrants. Alito is calling it, quote, unprecedented and legally questionable relief. Here's ABC's senior White House correspondent Selina Wang.
Tonight, the battle between the White House and the courts. The Trump administration asking the Supreme Court to roll back its decision to block the deportation of Venezuelan migrants they accuse of being gang members. Overnight, Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas releasing their dissent, calling the overnight order from their colleagues unprecedented and legally questionable relief. The migrants are being held in a detention center in Texas under the Alien Enemies Act, a centuries-old wartime law that provides little or no due process. That extraordinary order blocking their deportation coming from the highest court shortly after midnight on Saturday morning, responding to an emergency appeal from the ACLU.
They're unilaterally claiming that people are members of a gang, but not giving them the opportunity to go into court and show they're not.
When ABC News asked the Department of Homeland Security for a response, a spokesperson said, "Why does ABC News continue to do the bidding of criminal gang members over their American victims?"
We have followed the Constitution. We have followed the law. I am confident that everything we've done is follow the law and is within the constitutional constructs. Absolutely.
The administration also invoked the Alien Enemies Act in March to deport more than 200 Venezuelan migrants to the notorious Secot prison in El Salvador. Among them, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Salvadorian father living in Maryland, sent there because of what the government later admitted was an administrative error. But the Trump administration now saying they have no plans to return him home, despite the Supreme Court ordering them to facilitate his release. Even some Republicans are criticizing the move.
It was a screw up, and I understand why the administration is bowed up and said we won't admit it's a mistake, because if they do, they'll have their throats torn out. But it was a screw up.
Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen traveled to El Salvador to meet Abrego Garcia, the White House attacking him for sympathizing with the man they claim is part of the MS-13 gang, despite providing no evidence of an alleged association to the courts. He has no criminal convictions, and his family denies the allegations. Van Hollen sitting down with our own John Carl to explain why this case is about more than just one man.
My mission and my purpose is to make sure that we uphold the rule of law, because if we take it away from him, we do jeopardize it for everybody else.
And Lindsay, the White House says they're confident they'll prevail against what they're calling meritless litigation. And it's yet another busy week ahead for the Trump administration in the courts, with multiple hearings scheduled focus on their use of the Alien Enemies Act. Lindsay?
Selina Wang from the White House for us. Thank you.